Hey, Jack Squad. How's everybody doing? Happy hump day. Listen, don't forget to make it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All of my social media stuff is down in the description box, including my email and my Cash App. I still have t-shirts. Still got the Easter special, so that means they're $20 for the t-shirts. Email me your address, full name, full address, size and color. I'll email you back your shipping and handling. And then you Cash App me your total, okay? That's how we do that. So, hey, y'all. It's this weather just ain't all the way broke yet, right? I ain't got that down south weather. I better be quiet because it's probably going to be hot, so hot. I'm going to take my wigs off. I don't know what I'm going to do then. But anyway, I'm talking about what y'all been waiting on. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Now, this is the 3rd season, and we about in the 4th episode, I think. Or, let's see. Might be the 4th episode. This might have been the 3rd episode we just had. This is the 4th episode, I think. But anyway, this has become one of my new favorite realities, right? And put a ring on it. So we got Shay and Alfonso, okay? Now, Shay is a very pretty girl. Alfonso is a handsome black man, kind of big and handsome. Then we got Charlie and Otis. Otis seems like he's a control freak, but we'll get into that in a minute. And then we got Shorty and Kenneth. Now, Kenneth is from New Orleans. And then we got Shorty. I think she's some type of radio person. I don't know what she does, something in radio. But she looks older than him. So we're going to get started with, we're gonna start with Shorty, and because I like Shorty and Kenneth. Now, what I think is going on here, now, this past episode, they all went on a date with their people, but they went to the same place. Like, they went to the same place. Like, me and my man, my new date, your new date, we all at the same situation, right? So awkward. Like, the situations they put these people in, like I said, I couldn't do it, and I don't know any man I've ever been with that would do it, right? But some, everybody not the same, right? So they go, let me see, who was this I'm talking about? Shorty and Kenneth. Now, Shorty said she didn't want to date Hollywood again. Hollywood is the guy from the 1st season, very handsome guy, and he had been with his woman 9 years, and then she broke it off. But he has another girlfriend. I follow him on IG, so he has a girlfriend. He's cool. So she said she didn't want to date him again because he's exactly the kind of guy that she prayed for. And she wanted to see where her and, Kenneth, where they would go. Where they, how far they can go. And she wants to really be with Kenneth, so she don't want to introduce somebody into the situation that she already is attracted to, which I get it. Because that'll be a distraction. That's what happened with Hollywood and his girl. The guy was very charming and attractive. And I don't know if she's with him. I don't think she is. But I know Hollywood has a girlfriend. And see, I told y'all before, guys get over us. They get over us real quick most of the time. They go on about their business and go on. You still over there mourning in the fetal position, wondering why did I make a mistake? Oh, my God, come back. Dudes be gone. They gone, right? That's how they deal with it. They gone, head on, right? So, where did Shorty and her guy, where did they go? Where did they go? They didn't go to the yoga. I can't remember where Shorty and her date went. I don't even remember what he looked like. That must have been very uneventful. Where did they go? But her guy, or did they even show them yet? They might not have. Where did they go? I can't remember where they go, y'all. Where they went, y'all. That was uneventful. They were uneventful. Let me tell you something. I like Shorty. The guy that she's with, I think he appears to be too young. And if he ain't too young, Shorty appears to be more mature than him. And I'm all for black love. I love black love. But I just think that he isn't at her level, maturity, he's not at that same maturity level as her. And I don't know if it'll work because this is the guy that took her phone and stayed in the room. Now, that right there would have changed my whole mind about him. I might have still messed with him, but my side eye'd be over there on him, right? He took her phone and went in the room for hours and went through her phone, went through her banking information and all this. This is what I'm saying about the maturity level. And this makes me think that this makes me think a lot of things. Like he don't make as much as her. I don't know what his job is. She spoke on what she does because the girl he went out with was her intern. Okay, had been her intern before. So I don't know exactly what he does, but I just think when guys act like this, because I've been with guys like this when I was younger, it's because they're not they're insecure about you and they don't feel like they meet up to your standards, and 9 times out of 10 they probably don't, right? But she just like him and like him and like him. And I'm telling y'all, the more I watch these shows, the more I realize all the mistakes I made back, through my life, all the mistakes I made with all the wrong people. So the flags be there. The horns be blowing and the flags be flagging. You know what I'm saying? And we just still keep going. Now, this is why I've been single so long. I see them. When I see the flags, I duck them. I turn around the other way. I see them, right? And it's so easy to see now. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to see now, right? So I like Shorty, and her guy's all right. I just didn't like the fact that that was a little weird and a little controlling. And then when she asked to see his phone, he said no. So you're just gonna do what you want to do, and I can't. I don't like that. We in a relationship. We gotta relate. We gotta be pretty much even, right? So they didn't give too much because he's really not wanting to go on these dates. He said he loves Shorty, and that's that. He ain't trying to meet nobody else. That's what he said. He's just coming on there because Shorty wanted him to come on there and have the experience, but he ain't really with it, okay? And then we got Charlie and Otis. Now, Charlie's a pretty girl. Otis is a handsome man in a light-skinned kind of way. But he doesn't respect women, and he thinks that women are beneath him. Yes, a man is the head. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But you have to value my thoughts and my way of thinking and what I like. You have to value. I have value, right? And he said something about scolding or misbehaving. She's not a kid. That's a whole full-grown woman. This therapist, what's the therapist's name? Coach LaBeach. Her first name, what is her first name? They were calling her by her first name. But anyway, Coach LaBeach. She looked at him and said, and a lot of times when she's talking to him, she make him understand what they said was wrong. But he don't respect her because he looking at her like, yeah, okay, is that whatever? That's what you say? Like totally disrespecting the process. Don't get on here if you're not going to go through the process. It's a process for you to learn about yourself, learn about your mate, learn how you want your relationship to be, learn where you went wrong. It's a learning process. Learn, right? And he's looking at her like, yeah. So disrespectful, right? He's dismissive, too. He's very dismissive of Charlie and her thoughts. Now, they went on their date. Let me tell you what they did. They went to yoga. I remember this. They went to yoga, right? They went on their date, and they were next to each other on the mats. And Charlie and her date was getting it because the guy Charlie's out with is very confident. He ain't stunting. He's not stunting Otis. Is his name Otis? Yeah, he ain't stunting Otis, right? He's very confident. Very confident, right? And Otis kept looking over there at her, right? And what she was doing. So much so it was disrespectful to his date, right? And then when they got up to leave, Otis got up to leave first. He went over there where Charlie was with her date and attempted to kiss her. Just straight disrespecting the process, disrespecting the date, disrespecting the man, disrespecting Charlie. Like, I don't like him. Right? Because you got on there, you discussed it. So you got on there to make her look stupid or to make her feel bad or for her to not thoroughly enjoy the process. Like, I don't like him. And we'll see what it gives next week. There's something about him and Kenneth that I don't think these women need to be with them. I don't think they need to be with them, right? Then we got Shay and Alfonso. Now, Shay and Alfonso definitely don't need to be together, right? Because Alfonso, big greasy self, still want to kick it and flirt and date and be with other women, right? Now, what he did, she said, was they were out somewhere and a woman came up and asked him for some money and he gave it to her. That's a hell no, right? And she said when they're out, he never introduces her. That's a problem. Like if you're out with your man and somebody come up and approach, I don't care if it's a man, a woman, dog, a cat, right? You introduce her. This is my woman. Or you ain't even got to say this is my woman, but that's what you should say. This is my girl. Shay Shay or whatever, this is my girl Boo Boo Boo, right? She said he never does that. So he makes her feel invisible. Now, whatever you're feeling while you're in a relationship, it's the man's job to correct it. If you tell him this is how that makes me feel, he needs to stop doing that, right? My ex, it was a woman used to call him every morning like he owed her something, right? And I said, that has to stop. That has to stop. He was like, well, she want this and she want that. He had a business. That has to stop. At the crack of dawn, she don't need it and she don't want it, right? And that's the very woman that he's with now, or was with until something happened. But he was with her after I left. That's who he was with. But there has to be a respect level. And if you're telling your mate, this hurts me and I don't like it, it's his or her job to stop it so that you don't feel like that. That's the whole part of relationship, to make your person feel as good as they can possibly feel, and vice versa, right? And with matter of fact, let me put a pin on that. The couple I was just talking about, she said they go tick for tack, Charlie and Otis. So he's going out on his date again, and she's going out on her date again because he went out on the date again, the same person. See, the process is you go out on these dates, and most people go out on a date, and they may go with the person twice, but then they're going to go out on somebody else. Because if you keep going on dates with somebody, feelings and situations are going to arise, right? We find out in the preview that Otis is DMing the person he went on a date with. See, that's what I'm telling you. I don't like him. I don't like him. And I think he's much older than her and can manipulate her and do all that stuff and degrade her and stuff, right? But back to Shay and Alfonso. So he's on his date. This is the second. This is not the same girl. And they're at a hibachi place, right? And Shay's with her date, right? Her date is trying to occupy her mind. Like, look, I'm right here. Don't worry about that. We here. Let's do this. We here, right? She can't focus. She leaning over like this. She looking around, and the girl that Alfonso on the date with saw that. Now, listen, just like that episode with that guy and he ended up with that woman, women like that. I don't understand, but it's good TV. I would never get on it unless I just didn't have nothing else to do. Get on a date and on a show where this couple is together, and I'm gonna just be the date, right? Because he's in love with this woman that he's with. They just having some issues and they trying to learn each other and so on and so forth. I'm just on the date, right? But these women get on, a couple of women, not all, but some of them get on in attack mode. They coming to get this dude, this mine. I'm at it, right? So therefore, that becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the guy he went out with. But anyway, the girl, she started antagonizing Shay, right? And then Shay got up, ghetto fashion, and check it, right? Now, this is what I have a problem with. I understand feelings and emotions because I might have did the same thing, right? But he sat there and did nothing until somebody finally said something. He sat there and watched them argue. And I think he gets a thrill out of that, right? He sat there and watched them argue. And the girl actually argued with your woman, this woman you live with, that you sleep with, that you lay next to every night. He sat there. That's a problem for me. He should have got right up and said, ho, that's my woman. Let me check this. Come here, baby. Let me take you out here. Calm her down. And go back and say, listen, this is just the process. He keep telling her this the process, but she really ain't on it. I don't know whose idea it was to get on there because she can't handle the process. Shay cannot handle the process, right? And that's because he has made her so insecure by all the things he's done prior to getting to that show, right? The not paying her, not introducing her, not valuing her opinion on how things make her feel, and then, he sat there and he put his head down and he finally got up, right? Now, during the argument, he seemed like he said he was Rick Ross' manager, right? So I think that's why he got on the old Diddy Versace shirts and big things, big medallions and all that. Because when he was, listen, if you meet, this is what I'm going to say. If you meet a guy in entertainment, especially hip-hop entertainment, you got to come with the mindset that this is what they're going to do. A lot of girls want to come and make him my man. He has to make that decision to make you his woman or his wife. Because if he doesn't make that decision, you just got to go along for the ride. Now, she lives with him, and they live together, but I'm probably pretty sure that's his house. Because he's acting he's not acting like I don't want to lose nothing. She's trying to hang on to it. And they haven't mentioned like what she do, where she work, or nothing like that. She's never said nothing like that. So she's probably just a pretty girl with the big booty with this guy that's in the entertainment industry, right? And you know, on the previews, he says, she said, well, where we going? He said, I don't know. Ooh. What you mean? We live together. We've been together for some years. What do you mean you don't know? Also, he didn't introduce her to his family. See, when a man is, for the most part, when a man is interested in you and he wants you in his life, you gonna meet all the people that's in his life. Whether it be friends, family, neighbors, you're gonna meet those people. He's gonna see to it because he's proud of you. He's proud of you. He wants to show you off, number one. He wants to show you off, right? Listen, I don't know. I can't wait for the episode. Come on Friday night. Friday night. I can't wait, right? Because Shay, all three of these couples, now the first two seasons, a couple of them couples, you know, I wanted them to be together. This season, I don't want any of these ladies with these men. I want them all to say, okay. At the end of the process, be like, yeah, I think I'm going to go on about my business. You know what I'm saying? But we as women, we try to hold on and try to make them into what we want them to be. If he ain't already that, it ain't gonna work. But sometimes a man will change for you, but he has to make that decision, right? You can't make him change. You can't hope and pray that he change. You have to see some change and then, you know, deal with that. But I don't want any of these ladies, because these ladies are nice looking. They got stuff going for themselves. And these men are damaged. You know what happens? And I'm going to say this because I'm a little older. There are relationships that you'll have in your life that'll damage you. And then it'll be years before you get undamaged. Okay? No, understand that. I didn't know that at the time. That's what I'm telling y'all now. It'll be years. And I think I'm probably still damaged from a couple of relationships, right? I was talking to somebody the other day and I was telling them about what happened. And they said to me, you're damaged. That damaged you. And I know it hurt me, but I realized a few years ago after I got single that I'm damaged. But I'm thinking it's just from him, right? And, you know, and I worked through it well. You know, you probably wouldn't know. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. But there's about two relationships, probably two, maybe there's three. The very first one I had, then the one I had after that, and then this last one that set the tone for how I deal with men, right? And sometimes that's not always been good. You know what I'm saying? And I, just like other women, was in a relationship that I should not have been in. It's a reason and a season. When the season is up, it's up. But I'm gonna speak for me. You know, you wanna build something, hold on, especially when it's part of it has been so good. You want to see it. Well, if I just keep on praying, if I just keep on doing this, if I just keep on doing that, if I don't do this, you know what I'm saying? Those are all your actions. He has to make some change. He has to make the change. If it's something going wrong that you think he's doing, then he has to make the change. You changing to fit into what is already wrong is wrong, right? You changing yourself and what your beliefs are to fit into something that ain't right is never going to be right. It's never going to be right. Never going to be right, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So this show is really good. Now, good news is I watched Marry Me Now. Now, last week's Marry Me Now was catastrophic. Catastrophic, right? She prepared to marry. He didn't marry her. He did not marry her. And she was crying. She was heartbroken. But they still together. See, that right there, he probably won't ever marry her, right? Because she should send him home to his mama. Because his mama was the one that talked him out of it, right? You should send him home right on with his little ugly country-ass mammy. That's what she should have did. But anyway, this episode, I have to tell y'all that was wonderful, right? The guy, she was a fitness trainer or something. She's a cute little girl. She's a short little lady. And then I forgot what he did. But he helped her. Her dream was to get this fitness place and do all this fitness stuff that she's doing. And he stopped what he was doing to help her move forward her dreams. Now, that's your man. That's your partner. That's the one that should be your husband, right? And when she bought his suit, because he thought he was going to some sort of ceremony, right? She had got his suit, got everything, told his people, told her people. And when she told him, he said, of course, right? And she said, well, you may do it in a minute or whatever she said to him, right? He was fine with it. I think he was crying, and it was a beautiful thing. This week's episode of Marry Me Now was beautiful. It had everybody in there crying because you could see the love. You can see the love, right? I never forget when my kids were little. My daughter was little. My youngest was a baby. And I had moved to Cincinnati, so I didn't know anybody. So I got a babysitter. You know how you go through the system and they have babysitters, right? At their house. And there was a lady in my complex. I live in an apartment complex. Very nice lady, right? She was about my age too. The moment you walked through her door, you felt the love. Her man was loving on her. You felt it, you synced it, you felt it. And the first time I thought it was just me. And so sometime I wouldn't be able to go get my kids. My sister would have to go get them. She said the same thing. You felt the love. When you walked into that house, you felt the love, right? Now, let me tell y'all something. Even though as much as he was loving on her, he was cheating with one of my girlfriends. That blew my mind because all I saw was love in that house. I saw him loving on her and the kids and this and that and that and that. They had a nice home. He was cheating with one of my friends. I then found that out a little later, and my friend was with him. And it was because I'm on the outside looking in. I'm sure, and I still remember her name. Her name was April. I'm sure that April did not know that her man was cheating, right? I don't think, because the way he was doing my friend, I just don't think she I can't remember how he did my friend, but it was some secret squirrel type stuff, right? He wasn't around. He wasn't available all the time, or maybe they saw each other in the middle of the day. Something weird, right? Like, if you like me, we can't have no scheduled situations unless you're my man. We're like, oh, babe, come meet me here, such and such. But we're not having no scheduled rendezvous in the middle of the day and you go on about your business and live your happy little life. No. And I remember my friend that I'm telling you about, her daughter passed real young. She was a teenager. She had lupus. She passed. And that man couldn't really be there for her. I think he gave her some money or something, but, he couldn't be right there for her and hug her and hold her and, all that stuff. Listen, y'all, I got lots of stories to tell. I done experienced a lot of stuff in my life. I forgot all about that. But, back to what I was saying. When a man loves you, it's not that difficult. It's not that hard. You can see the love. You can feel the love. Other people can see the love and feel the love, right? So these shows are very eye-opening for me. If y'all get a chance, watch it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Come on Friday nights. I think Marry Me Now come on Saturday after Love and Marriage Huntsville. But they both come on network, y'all. So anyway, I got to go on about my day. Y'all be good. Have a great day. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to get your t-shirts. New subscribers, welcome. Welcome to the Jack Squad, okay? You'll enjoy it over here, all right? I'm a little messy, not a lot of messy. I ain't purposefully messy. This is, we laugh and giggle about it, right? But anyway, everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.